Hey there, I'm Steve, and thanks for joining me today for this splits practice. We'll work on how to get into our split, whether you're new to the splits or been working on it for a while. This should help you understand how to get into these splits without being forceful, with a little bit more intention and a little more mindfulness. That's what I hope to pass on to you today. All you'll need are 2 blocks, a strap, and maybe a towel or some socks, something you can slide on. I'm using this little knitted coaster. If you don't have any of these things, you can check the description below. I'll put a link to where you can get them, except for the coaster. You'll have to come up with those on your own. But let's get started. Go ahead and come to a standing forward fold. So I'm gonna stand on my feet about hip distance apart, folding in, grab your elbows, sway side to side here. Right? Move into the hamstrings a good amount. So bend your right knee, try to straighten your left leg as much as you can. Pulling your butt to the sky, and then bend your left knee, straighten your right leg as much as you can, pulling your butt to the sky. You should feel that as you shift side to side, pushing down through your feet, lifting up through the back of your thigh, your hamstrings are stretching. Now make sure you're not holding yourself up in your neck here. Your head is dropping in. Your elbows are pulling you down, right? Even yourself out, and we'll bend both knees, hanging right down the middle. With both knees bent, lift the backs of your thighs up as high as you can until the legs extend, until the knees straighten again. Do that a few times. Bend both knees. You should feel your ribs maybe on your thighs. And now lift through the backs of your thighs, butt to the sky. Having really open hamstrings, keep going, is a huge help in getting into your splits. If the hamstrings are tight, it's kind of hard to get the splits to go where you want them to go. So spending some time stretching the hamstrings, making sure they feel open, it's going to go a long way towards helping you here. Release your arms, bring your hands to your shins, keeping your legs straight, pull your butt to the sky, lift up halfway, right? Pull your butt high to the sky, extend your spine out nice and long. You should feel a nice stretch through your hamstrings here. Folding back in, grab your legs, give yourself a squeeze. Let's do that 4 more times. Lift up halfway, extend, keep lifting butt to the sky. What we want to feel here is the active lengthening of our hamstrings. Folding in, press down into your feet, lift the backs of your thighs up. See if you can start flexing your quadriceps. Your thigh muscles are now engaged. Folding back in. Good. Lift up halfway, reaching your chest out, but most importantly, lifting your thighs up. Quads flex. One more time. Fold it in, give yourself a squeeze, and lift up halfway, extend out. Great. Come into a quick downward facing dog. Spread your fingers nice and wide on the mat. Push the ground away from you, and just like we did in that first fold, pedal out your legs, shake things out, press through your heels. Press through your heels. Now, opening the hamstrings is one part of it, but as we probably have felt, everything's sort of connected along the whole body. So if your hamstrings are tight, maybe it's because your upper back is tight. There's tension through your whole posterior chain. So this is going to help us make a little more space in the back body so the hamstrings can have more freedom to stretch. From here, your down dog, look at your toes, press through your heels, pulse your chest towards your thighs. We're going to unlock the upper back a little bit, unlock the upper back a little bit. So all of this range of motion in the body is connected. When we kind of make space in one spot, hopefully it helps release tension and free up space somewhere else. We want to feel like our hamstrings are open. Usually we feel upper back released, gives us that extra bit of space. Imagine if you were doing like a seated forward fold and you started to feel tension in your upper back. This is all part of it. So hopefully we got a little space there to play with now. Look forward. Step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Drop your right knee down to the ground. I think what a lot of people miss in their journey to the splits is their hips, stretching their hips. We tend to focus a lot on the hamstrings, but having really open hips or mobile hips will give you a lot more space to play in that splits position. Drop down to your elbows and your forearms here. Okay, it's our lizard lunge. Moving your hips side to side. So rather than any static holds today, most everything will be slightly, if not dynamic, to some extent. Rocking your hips side to side. Okay, let those rocks get a little bit bigger. You can feel how the stretch changes when you move side to side, how space opens up in different places. Tension might be revealed, or something might be released. So this is nice to move around a little bit in these stretches. Lift your back knee up and pulse your hips up and down. Pulsing the hips up and down. Yeah. And this back leg, our hip flexor, our psoas, is pretty important to stretch out if we're moving deeper into our splits. So pulsing the hips here is really going to give us a head start on stretching to the back leg in the splits. It's not just the hamstrings of the front leg, it's that hip extension on the back leg. Pulse it a few more times. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Okay, speaking of, let's make sure that hip extension through the back leg is sufficient enough to get us deep into our splits. Reach back with your left hand, catch your right foot, and squeeze your heel to your butt. We're stretching our quadriceps, our psoas, our hip flexors. This is what's going to help us extend through the back leg in our splits. Squeeze heel to butt, then kick your foot back into your hand. I'm not going to let go of the foot. Squeeze your heel to your butt, kick it back. Hey, if you want, you can stay on your hand, or what I like to do, drop back down to your forearm here, squeeze heel to butt, kick back into your hand. Do that 3 more times. Squeeze it, kick it back, and squeeze it, kick it back. 1 more time, squeeze it, and kick it back. It should feel pretty good. Let's let that go and straighten the front leg out. We're already in our half splits. So half splits, make sure your front foot is active, pulling your toes towards you. Let's keep engaging. Press your heel down into the ground. Now imagine your heel is now locked in place. Pull your butt backwards like you're trying to drag that heel from this spot. Let's move again. Hips go right, hips go left. You're gonna feel some shifting of the stretch through the different parts of your hamstrings, through maybe your IT band, different parts of your hips. This is good. This is what we want. Flex your toes. Press your heel down. Hips go right, hips go left. Keep it moving. Let that stretch move around a little bit. Okay, go for 3, and 2, and 1. Then still in this same pose, walk your hands out as far forward as you can, pushing your heel down, driving your butt backwards. It feels like you're trying to drag that heel away from this spot, and come back up. Lunge forward, step back, downward facing dog. Switch sides. Step your right foot outside of your right hand. Drop your back knee, drop your elbows, lizard lunge, and rock your hips side to side. You might notice that one side is more open than the other side. That's pretty natural. I think I've never met anyone who has exactly perfectly the same feeling or evenness in both sides of the body. We tend to have a dominant side, or maybe we had an injury on one side and not the other. It makes sense. So it's okay if the sides aren't perfectly even. Nothing's wrong. You'll be okay. Maybe you feel like you can move deeper into one side than the other. That's pretty natural. I know for me, I can go more easily into my right side than my left. Coming up into your pulses, back knee lifted, pulse the hips up and down. Get some good pulses here. Press through your back heel. Try to keep your back leg lifted, left inner thigh up to the sky, and then pulsing. You're feeling the stretch to the front of the thigh, front of the hip, maybe even into the abdomen a little bit. That's all the psoas. The psoas connects from part of your abdomen all the way down to, let's say, like the belly of the thigh. It's a big muscle that works our hip flexion, but when it's tight, it's hard to extend the hip, right? When that hip flexor muscle is tight, it's hard to extend the hip. Take a few more pulses for 3, 2, and 1. Come back up onto your hands. With your right hand, circle your right arm back, catch your left foot here and squeeze it in. You're trying to bring your heel as close to your butt as you can. Maybe it touches. Then I'm not gonna let it go. Kick it back. So you're still holding on to your foot. Squeeze it in, still holding onto the foot. Kick it back. Maybe you drop down to your forearm again. Let's keep it going. Squeeze it in. Kick it back. Feel where you're experiencing the stretch. Top of the thigh, hopefully. Front of the hip. Kick it back. I didn't say this on the other side, but how else can you help yourself out here? Well, I'm not just pulling with my hand. I'm using my hamstrings, engaging as well. It's all just a way for us to build more awareness here, which we'll learn in a moment is a big part of getting into these splits. It's not just forcing the depth, but building intentional awareness and engagement. All right, all the stretches that we do are just engaged actions. It's like jumping or running. It's not just collapsing into the stretch. You've got to be engaged to stay supported so that your brain trusts your body to go to the depths that you want it to go. Release the back foot now. Circle your arm around. Come up onto your hands if you're down and straighten out your front leg. Let's get this half split. Toes flexed, pulling towards you. Press your right heel down actively. So you hear it again. I'm actively engaging my hamstring extension. It's not just a passive collapse in. There's some action here. Like I'm trying to drag my right heel backwards and then cha-cha those hips. Rock them out side to side. Cha-cha hips. Cha-cha hips. You're paying attention to how that stretch shifts across the thigh. Pressing your heel down. Don't lose the engagement. Driving your hips back. Feels like you're trying to drag your heel away from that spot. This engagement teaches our brain that we can, in fact, support ourselves at this depth. We're not just collapsing in, hoping for the best. We're engaging, creating the action, just like we would any other pose or movement or whatever. Walk your fingertips forward. Flex your toes. Push your heel down. Try to drag it backwards as you fold in. It's okay if your knee isn't all the way straight. You're building towards where you are. So if there's a little bend, you probably still feel it, the stretch, probably more than me at this point, because you're working on making that space. So shake it out for 3, 2, and 1. Shift it forward. Take it back. Downward facing dog. Let's do a pigeon pose. Bring your left shin forward. All right, we don't want to neglect the hips here. Rather than collapsing in right away, this is what we're talking about. We're building some engagement. Now, this movement we're about to do is a big part of how we get into our splits with control. Sitting up tall, squeeze your front shin and your back knee towards each other. It feels like I'm trying to slide my knee forward and my shin backward. This squeezing in will give me the support that I need to keep myself from collapsing or sinking into the split. Now you've got those blocks with you. You can do your hands on blocks. It gives you a little more support here, right? Squeezing your front foot, your front shin and your back knee towards each other. Look up to the sky, breathe in. And we're doing this 5 times. Keep squeezing, exhale, fold in. To come back up, push your shins down as you squeeze front to back. Inhale. Now imagine your left shin is anchored into the ground. It can't lift. You're going to pull yourself down by pulling your left shin towards your chest to pull you in. All right, you feel that? Push down, squeeze front to back. Your left shin is glued to the ground, but you're pulling your shin towards your chest to pull your chest down. All right, you want to use action here, not just collapsing in. Squeeze, press, lift, pull, squeeze down. Squeeze, press your shins, come up. I know it's kind of a weird action to feel, right? Try to lift your shin towards you to pull yourself down. Let's do it one more time. Squeeze, press, lift, squeeze, pull yourself down. Very good. Come up, and this time tuck your back toes, pick up your back knee, straighten out your legs. We want to get into this crisscross pyramid pose. This is going to help us with our IT bands and it's part of the outer hip muscles that hold tension in our external rotation. So walk your hands over to your left a little bit. Move your hips out to your right. Reach your chest out towards your left here. The more you kind of reach your chest out, the more you'll probably feel that stretch through your IT band. And like we did before, we're rocking hips a few times. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go back to pigeon pose. Lower, squeeze, lift back to the cross-legged position. Maybe your front toes flexed. Maybe you press through your feet. I feel it both ways. Again, pigeon pose, squeeze front to back. And that cross pyramid pose, reach your chest towards the left. One more time. Getting low. Looking up, squeeze it front to back. And press. Ooh, you should start to feel a definite shift or change in your hamstrings and IT bands and hips. Oh my, all of them moving a little bit different than they did before we started. Downward dog, switch sides, bring your right shin forward. All right, sit up tall. Take a moment before we collapse in to really engage. Believe it or not, this engagement is going to drastically shift your ability to get into your splits. You're not just collapsing in, you're engaged, you're moving with intention into it, with support, most importantly. Squeeze your front shin and your back knee toward each other. You can see when I do it, I kind of get a little buoyancy. I'm a little bit lifted. Great. Push down into your shins to give yourself a lift. But remember, we're pulling the right shin towards us to lower. Right? It feels like I'm trying to pull my shin into my chest. To come back up, push down as you squeeze front to back. Now you can do hands on the ground or blocks. Ready? Pull up and squeeze to lower. Push down and squeeze to lift. Okay, pull up and squeeze to lower. Push down and squeeze front to back to lift. There's a lot of engagement. Shin to chest to pull you down, still squeezing front to back. Shins press down to drive you up, still squeezing front to back. Let's do 2 more. Pull it in. Press it down. Squeezing front to back. Pull yourself in. And push down. Oh yeah. Tuck your back toes. Pick up your back knees. Straighten out your legs. We're in this IT band stretch. Walk your hands over to the right. You can use the blocks here. Squeeze your thighs. Reach your chest out towards the right. Move your hips a little to the left. And then rock your hips side to side a few times. Just a few times here. IT band, TFL, maybe piriformis, all of these muscles that hold tension in our hips and hamstrings, and come back to center 3 times from our pigeon to this crisscross shape. Squeeze front to back, look up, and then push down. Squeeze thighs, reach your chest over to the right. Let's go again. Pigeon, squeeze front to back, push down, squeeze and turn to the right. Now you can flex your front foot or press through your feet. One more time. Getting low. And pick it up. Squeeze your thighs, reach it out. Big stretch through the outer part of your hip and thigh, your IT band, your TFL. We're making space here. And let's let it go. Step back, downward facing dog. Okay, we are on a roll here. Drop your butt down, grab your strap. This is helpful to just understand how much space we have and how we want to engage that space. So, loop the strap around your right foot and roll down onto your back. Okay, left leg is out in front of you, but let's make sure it's really active. So I'm got my toes pointed or flexed, it doesn't really matter, just super engaged. Let's say pointed. Pressing your left thigh down. So your left thigh is not relaxed. Pushing your left thigh down, head back, shoulders back, pull that right leg in towards you, okay? Now, you're pulling with your hands, right? But you're also using your hip flexion to guide that right leg in. So if I were to let go of the strap, my right leg is going to stay more or less where it is. Let's do this, pull it in, pulse it towards you for 5, 4, 3, remember, keep the other leg active, 2, pull it in towards you, 1. Now let go of the strap and try to keep your right leg where it is for 3, 2, and 1. You can do this without the strap if You can reach your foot or ankle. Pulse again for 5, 4, 3, keeping your left leg active, 2, pull it in, 1, then try your best, let it go. Try to keep your right leg where it is. Oh, I lost some space for 3. Left leg active, 2. And one more time, 1, grab it, pulse it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull it in, hold it, and let it go. We're turning our passive split, where we just use our weight and gravity to push us into an end range action, into an active split, where we use our muscle and engagement, our strength, to create that big, powerful stretch. Essentially, you should be able to get the same range of motion you have face down in this direction with your engagement, ideally, right? Okay, let it go. Switch sides. I'm gonna start with the strap, bringing the strap around my left foot. For me, it's a long way. Like when I turn around, I can do the split split on my back. There's no way I'm getting close to bringing my foot to the ground overhead here, but I'm working towards it. I'm building engagement so that when I work into the splits, my body, my brain, they work together. My brain knows I can support the action and where I am, and it doesn't hold me back from the edge of my range of motion. Great, I'm pulsing in here for 5. Right leg stays active, 4, 3, 2, and then try to keep your left leg where it is and let it go for 3, 2, and 1 again, pulse it for 5, 4, right leg stays active, 3, 2, and hold it, try to keep the left leg where it is. Oh, right leg stays active, 3, 2, I'm shaking, 1, with or without the strap for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then really strong hip flexion. Try to keep the left leg where it is. I am shaking here. Right leg stays active for 3, 2, and 1. Oh my goodness. Okay, let it go. Stretch your arms out. Stretch your legs out. Big full body stretch, 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 stretch. And bring your knees into your chest. Let's rock up. Set your strap to the side. Before we get into it, we're doing one more sort of drill here to help us with just being able to control our stretch, our range of motion. Taking your left shin forward, tap your right knee, tap your left knee with your right ankle, and then sweep your right leg back, right? Stretch it back, see if you can rock up to a pigeon pose, and then lower down. Now watch, I'm gonna bring my right knee forward, stretch my left leg out, and fold in. Let's do that 3 times. Pick it up, bend your left knee, bring your right knee to tap, your right ankle to tap your left knee, sweep it back into a pigeon pose, sit up, squeeze front to back, push down. Great, and then I'm dragging my right knee forward to about in line with my hip. Kick your left leg out, fold over your left leg. One more time, left knee bends. Right knee, right ankle, I say that every time. Right ankle to left knee, I'm consistent. Take your right leg back and pick it up to your pigeon pose, squeeze front to back. Bring it around, bring your right knee in line with your right hip. Kick your left leg out in front of you and fold it in. Pick it up. Let's switch sides. I'm doing this fancy transition, just shifting to the other side. Left heel to right knee this time. Sweep it around, tap it. Sweep it all the way back to pigeon pose. Squeeze front to back, come up. And then bring your left knee in line with your left hip. Kick your right leg out, flex your toes, fold it in. Bring it up, bend your right knee. Left heel to right knee. Pigeon pose, sweep it around, squeeze your thighs, lift your chest. And then back around, left knee in line with left hip. Right leg kicks out, fold it in. One more time, right knee bends. Left heel to right knee, I'm getting it right this time. Left leg goes back, Squeeze front to back. Ready, left knee in line with left hip. Kick your right foot forward. Fold it in. Pick it up. And hands back behind you. Just kind of windshield wiper your knees a few times. Great. We're ready to do this, I think. I'm getting my slidey guy out here. I'm actually going to fold my mat in half for this, just so that I have some space to slide around. Okay, set that slider out in front of me. Starting from a downward dog, I'm going to step my foot forward and try to land it on that slider. Rather than just dropping straight down all the way, I'm going to slide out, slide in, slide out, slide in. A little bit of engagement before I settle. Okay, try it with me now. Step your right foot to the slider of your choice. It could be a towel. You can just have socks on or funny little coaster. Slide the right leg out. I'm on my fingertips or hands on blocks here. I'm not going to my edge just yet. Back knee up or down. But before I go further, I'm squeezing back in. Squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Sliding out. Let's do that 2 more times. Squeeze it in. Slide it out. Drag your front heel and your back foot towards each other. Squeeze it in. Slide it out. And keep sliding. You don't have to go to your edge. If you have a block, you can put it underneath your thigh or underneath your hands. But you might feel like as I get to the edge, okay, I've run out of space. Rather than pushing yourself down more, start to squeeze front to back. Pull yourself in more. Okay, so instead of pushing my foot further, I'm actually squeezing front to back to give me some more engagement to settle in, right? It feels like I'm trying to do this again, dragging front to back, but I'm holding my foot in place. And again, you don't have to go to your edge just yet, but you might find that, hey, I feel strong, I feel engaged, I can be there. Take another 2 or 3 breaths. Feel your legs active, quads flexed, right? Squeeze front to back so that you're not just collapsed in. You're supported, you're lifted upward. When you squeeze, it gives you that support you need to kind of add in arm lifts, different positions, different options. When you're ready, tuck your back toes, lean forward, push down, drag your foot back in, step back, shake it out. How did that go? Hopefully it might be a little bit different, a different approach to how you get into it. I don't want you to feel like you have to force that big stretch to drive yourself down. What we're doing here is building engagement, drawing inward, creating support from our muscles so that we can stretch into our joints. Let's try the other side. Left foot, stepping forward. Okay, slide it out. And then drag it in. Slide it out. Squeeze front to back, drag it in. Slide it out. I'm gonna do one more on this side. Drag it in. Okay, slide it out. Get to where you get to. You don't have to force your edge, please. But when you get to somewhere that feels like where you're gonna go, obviously, you can start to engage. Squeeze front to back as if you were going to pick yourself back up, but you're just doing that to support your action, right? It feels like I'm trying to squeeze front to back, which is actually helping me find more support to drop in. And I'm not just pushing down, I'm squeezing in front to back. My back leg feels a little bit in a weird place, but there you go. Squeezing front to back, active legs. And like we did with some of the other stretches, you can rock things out here, right? Whoa, things are loosening up. Things are moving. I'm feeling unstuck. And now I can settle in with a little bit more ease, a little bit less discomfort. Hands on the ground or blocks under the thighs. Take a few more breaths. Squeeze front to back. Don't force it down. I've said it a lot. I'll say it again. Don't force downward. Squeeze inward. trying to keep your back hip from turning out to the side. And that squeezing in helps out with that, helps out with supporting your low back, helps out with keeping your joints supported. We want this engagement, not just forced end range action. Okay, take it back when you're ready. Woo. Downward facing dog. And lower your knees down. Shake it out a little bit. Okay, that was one round. Let's do one more, right? Our goal here wasn't necessarily to get to the deepest splits of our life. This is a splits builder. Some drills you can do to keep building and working on building this range of motion and flexibility. It's a combination of strength and flexibility here. So not just forcing our way down, told you I'd say it again, but building engagement. Let's go for it one last time. You can use the slide method, which I'm gonna do, or without it, your choice. Here we go, one more. Right foot forward. I'm sliding out. And I'm just gonna do one to remind myself what it feels like. Drag it in, slide it out, and settle in. Maybe you go to your bottom. Maybe you just hold where you are and work on that engagement of squeezing in. It can be helpful to not force the end to come to about, I don't know, let's say 3/4 of the way and squeeze. You'll feel your hips kind of square off a little bit, your muscles really engage. This is a very helpful way of training your brain to recognize it can support, your body can support you at this depth, at this range of motion, right? If you are at the bottom, same thing though, squeezing front to back. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's take it back. Left foot forward, slide it out. I'm just gonna do one slide to remind myself of that feeling. Squeeze it in, right, and then slide it out. Great. You can again go maybe 3/4 or something like that of the way. Squeeze front to back. Feel the engagement. I still feel my hamstrings really stretched. My quads are active, but I've got stability in my hips. I feel like my joints are really stable here because I'm so engaged. And then if you want, you slide it out a little more, but with a little resistance. Imagine you're trying to not slide out as you slide out, if that makes any sense at all. I think I'm gonna go here. This one's feeling a little bit tighter, but squeezing front to back, maybe rocking the hip side to side again. There we go. And breathing. Let's take a few more breaths here. Squeezing front to back. Pressing down through the shins, but not forcing the hips down low. And maybe adding a little lift. And we'll take it back. Okay. I'm gonna open my mat back up. Coming up to seated. That's our splits training for today. Feel free to come back to this regularly, often, every few days or so, and keep checking in with how your splits are developing as a result. You should be getting stronger as well as more flexible. You should feel like you have more support, not like you're just collapsed in at the bottom. This is the way that it feels good for me. This is the way I've been training it for years. So I hope that you enjoy it. If you have questions, leave a comment down below. Make sure you like and follow for more workout tips. I've got kettlebell workouts, yoga classes, handstand tutorials, everything you're looking for all in one place. You can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Steven Arcos Fitness. Hope to see you soon. Have a good rest of the day.